So I have my starter from my sourdough, and I removed 1 cup. This is sat for 2 days, and I've stirred it for 2 days. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to add 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of water, and I'm going to get it started again. But I'm making sourdough bread tonight, so into the bowl I have 1.5 cups of warm milk, and you have to touch it to make sure it's warm. I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. I'm going to give that a stir. Okay, that's going to my pot. And I'll get the remaining out off camera. So into that I am then I'm going to add the starter. And I will scrape this all out off camera. There's the starter. And then goes the oil, which is 1/4 of a cup, I believe. Yeah, 1/4 of a cup of oil. Then we are adding to this salt, which is 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda into the pot. Then to this, we are going to add 4.5 cups of bread flour, and we're going to add it gradually. So I'm going to add the first cup. This is bread flour. And I'm going to get started mixing it. And then I'm going to keep adding the flour 1 cup at a time. And then you save 1/2 cup afterwards for forming the dough. So we are back, and this is the most perfect dough. This took exactly the amount of flour, and it's not a sticky dough. When you go like this, it's not on your hand, and I've kneaded it for 5 minutes, and I have a greased bowl right here. I'm going to get me a tea towel, and I'm actually going to take it off and just work it in my hands just for a few minutes, if I can get my dough hook off. So I'm just going to press down. And it's nice and soft and elasticy. It's perfect. It's a perfect dough. I wouldn't ask for a better dough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it in a ball, and I'm going to cover it with a tea towel, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to go to the next step. Okay, the dough has risen in size. It's about an hour and a half later. We're going to punch it down. And I'm going to take it and divide it. I'm going to make a round one for this one, and I'm putting one in that. I'm going to cover it and re-rise it. I'll bring you back before I'm going to the next step. Okay, I made a round one here, and I got this one here. I'm going to re-rise these for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then I'm going to cut a slit in this one. And I'm probably going to cut slits in this one. And then we'll bake them off for about 35 minutes, and they'll be done. So good morning. This took a while to rise last night because it was cold here at my home. So it rose this morning, and I'm not going to cut these because I don't want to deflate them. So I'm preheating the oven to 400. I'm going to cook these for 25, 25 to 30 minutes. And then I'll bring you back when I take them out. So I just took the bread out. It took 25 minutes, and you can tell when you hit that. I'm going to put some butter on top of this, and I hope you enjoy the recipe. This is my sourdough bread from my bread starter. Now this morning I need to feed my sourdough starter, which is on top of the fridge. Today is 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of water, and stir it. Now, and then tomorrow I would just stir it for 2 times, and then the next day 2 times. And then I'll be able to bake bread all over again, or I can store it in the fridge. That which I would have to take it out of the fridge 24 hours prior to me baking bread. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.